This is the Pen and Ink Palace, and it is designed like the other products in the Metal Made collection because it is one of the products in the Metal Made collection. So staggered like the Stadium Arranger, staggered like the Tool Tower, staggered Pen and Ink Palace. So this is designed to hold all of your markers, and then it's got this extra space on the top. One of the things about marker storage is that if you're using markers like these that you want to keep flat because they're double tipped, the problem with the marker storage that's out there in the marketplace is that you have to rearrange all the markers because everything's divided. It's in little slots, right? Well, let me show you. Let me show you how this works. So I'm going to clean up this mess in just a few seconds by putting everything into the Stadium Arranger, and it's going to take all of this stuff, sorry, not the Stadium Arranger, by putting everything into the Pen and Ink Palace, and it's going to take all this stuff and condense it down, and at the same time it's going to make it very accessible for me to actually get it and use it. So I'm going to start with these bottles of inks and sprays here in the back, and I've got some glitter glue here as well, right? I've got all kinds of goodies. Let's put those in. We're just going to put these by height. I think that's a great idea. And then we'll be able to see everything and actually get to it. But just loading up the top here of the Pen and Ink Palace. Now you'll notice the top has this little 1-inch edge around it. And that way, if you pull something out of the back and you knock something else over, it's not going to come falling off into your lap or spilling onto your desktop. But I've got my little cat eye inks, and I've got these dauber type inks. And they're just all going to sit so nicely right up here in the top of my Pen and Ink Palace. I'm going to add my little daubers in too. So I've got all that mess cleaned up. And now I've got these, the little shelves that are perfect for pens, right? So you've got 6 shelves that are going to hold your pens perfectly. When you're talking about even these big, thick, round, octagon-shaped pens, those are going to fit nicely in there as well. They just slide right in. And so the nice thing about this is, as you're loading up, let's say you forgot to put your yellow pen back, right? You can just slide, or you buy a new yellow pen, you can just slide it in. There's nothing stopping it. If you fill this row, and you have a new gray pen that won't fit in there, you can just drop this down to the next level and keep going. So it's really easy to keep those pens organized. One of the nice things about pens like these is they have that little numbered tip, and it helps you keep them in order by color, right, by shade. Just going to slide all those in there. See, now you can see the pink one's in the wrong place. Well, if I was using the little tray with the separators, I'd have to move all those pens over, but I can just slide it right in there, right? So it works for both of those size of pens, but it also works great for the little bit longer zig type pens. Now, depending on how thick the pen is, how big around it is, you can get obviously more or less in. So the big octagon shaped pens are take up a little bit more room than the thinner zig pens. But you can see it's so easy to just line them up. Now, because it's staggered, they all stick out a little bit further as you go down the row. So it's really easy to pull them out as you need them, whatever color it is that you need. The other thing is, even though the shelves are narrow, if you have something like this, so this is a big box of chalks, right? These are kind of hard to store. If you stack them up, you have to dig to the bottom of the stack to pull out the one you want or to remember that you have it or find it. Well, if you're using this, you can just slide it into one of the shelves, and now when you want to use those chalks, you can just pull it right out. So big stamp pads or big boxes of chalk, something like that, is going to fit perfect into the Pen and Ink Palace. So you can see literally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you can put a dozen pens of the fat kind on each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 72 pens at your fingertips, right? So this is part of the Metal Made collection. Included in that collection, we have the Stadium Arranger. So now when you're organizing your desktop, think about putting all of these tools side by side and how easy it is to get to all the different things you need. They're all just within arm's reach. Taking things out and putting things back is really simple. You are going to love this whole collection. If you haven't watched the video on the Tool Tower or the Stadium Arranger, take a minute and watch those videos to learn about how great these products work as well. Put them all together on your desktop and your life will be so easy when you're crafting. You'll get so much more done and it'll be more fun. Thanks so much for taking the time to learn about the Pen and Ink Palace. I look forward to talking to you soon.